welcome back. Our last guest is a producer and the president and CEO of Fever Records. He joins us to shine a light on an upcoming Oldies Doo Wop show. Yeah, remember they used to stand in the doorway at the candy store and all that and do the doo wop and all that stuff? Well, he's no stranger to the show. Please put your hands together and welcome Sal Abbatiello from Fever Records. Now, Sal, you know, there's a lot of backstages and a lot of back doors and back rooms to what we've been through in our lives.
70s, baby.
Yes. As I said, I mentioned the back room.
Yeah. The ice room.
The ice room. Yeah.
Legendary.
A lot of good history. I used to travel throughout the tri-state area with Mr. Magic. He said, wait. Come on, we're going to stop by and see Sal at the Fever. So we pull up and you have two WBLS vans right in front of the
juice
Fever.
vans.
Yeah, the Juice Mobiles. Named Juice Mobiles by Mr. Magic.
Yep.
Yeah. So you don't only do hip hop and all that stuff because everything came through your house.
Yeah.
You had all genres of music, the disco, the hip hop, and the doo wop.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I go back to 1970 in the Bronx.
Yeah.
On Williamsbridge Road and Pelham Parkway, we had a nightclub called Abbott's Golden Hour. That's where doo-wop was being played. Actually, Chaz Palmolari had a band called Razzmatazz. He performed there.
Yeah.
A lot of the old Joe Pesci performed there.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So history, man. History. You've got it all. Did you put that book out yet?
Not yet.
Because you did records. You were in movies. Now the book.
Soon. Yeah. My son keeps bugging me. Dad, let's get the picture book out.
Yeah. Oh, you got some pictures.
Oh, God.
You got some pictures. Everybody
legendary
came through
pictures, yeah. From the Fever, yeah.
Yeah. So you have a show coming up.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we have a show Sunday, May 18th at Lehman, one of my favorite theaters to perform and do shows at. I love the staff, love everything about the room, you know, and it's history. So we got the Drifters coming up, we got the Tokens, the Comets, the Coasters, and we have Frankie, one of the old lead singers of the Platters.
Wow.
And Joe Causey's going to be hosting.
Yeah, what?
Yeah.
Joe Causey. Is he still on radio?
Oh, yeah, CBS.
Yeah. CBS. He's still on CBS?
Yeah.
I remember you say, CBS FM, the Golden 101.1.
Oh, he's legendary. He's been on the radio at least 40 years, I think.
Yeah. Oh, man, you can't go wrong. It's going to be a big show.
Yeah.
A big show.
Yep. Sunday afternoon, so we made it convenient for our senior citizens and, you know, get the grandparents out there and parents to see this once in a year show at Lehman.
Yeah. You got to get somebody in there, videotape it so that the people
Love
who can't
them
get
songs,
down,
man.
they can show it again.
Yeah.
Yeah. You ever think about that? Having it videotaped so people who can't get
BronxNet
down?
always comes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can put the show on.
Yeah.
So
they
people can't
they
get
tape
down.
the freestyle shows, the hip hop shows.
Yeah, good.
Next year, trying to do a disco show too.
Well, you know,
Trying to bring a little, you know, flavor back to the Bronx for the senior citizens and everybody that can't get out and can't go to Manhattan or Long Island. You know, and that's why this venue is great for shows.
Yeah. I remember when we first came to the Fever, it was with Darryl Payne.
Oh,
me and a guy
Darryl.
named Disco Kid, the guy who's on the beatbox. And a lot of that stuff, that was like the springboard.
Well, the
for a lot of
Fever
people
was
came
open
in.
from 77 to 86.
Yeah.
And, you know, and then the movie Crush Groove came out. And then that was it.
Yeah.
10-year run.
When we came there, we were playing disco and
Yeah,
hitting the
it was
beats.
that transition.
Yeah, we was hitting those beats
Disco
and
was
rapping
big.
on top of the beats.
Teddy Pendergrass was starting to come out, you know.
Right. Wow. Some great people came through. And then you have a young man who's living in South Carolina right now. Who's a sheriff.
My man, Sweet G.
Sweet G.
Love him.
Games
My
people
best
play.
friend. Games People Play, the #1 record in New York.
Yeah,
on
yeah.
BLS, KISS, and KTU.
On Fever
All
Records,
the Saints.
right?
My first record, I wrote it actually. I wrote the lyrics.
Uh-huh.
Curtis Blow produced it, and Larry Smith and William Waring did the music. It's great. We were blessed.
Yes. Who are some of the other people on Fever Records?
Well, then we went to freestyle. You know, you had Niobe.
Yeah.
Then we had the Cover Girls.
Right.
Lizette Melendez, Love Bug Starsky,
Right.
live at the Fever. Dude, the ball, ba ba ball, ba dang
ball,
it, dang,
ball.
digga, digga, ball, ba ba ball. He used to rock that at the Fever. Yeah.
He said, "Busy Bee, move over. This is
Yeah.
my stuff." Good, good. I mean, man, there's a lot of history. So this would be great to check out. I mean, I grew up with a lot of the doo-wop stuff. You go up the hill as a little kid to the candy stores or the grocery stores.
Great music.
And these guys were standing out there. They were
On the
just-
corner,
Yeah.
under the lamppost. And, you know, Chaz Palmolieri has that one-man show. I just went to see it.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
You know, he
yeah.
has a lot of doo-wop in the show.
Yeah. What stands out in your mind? I mean, you're doing all these shows over the years, you know, some of the things that stand out in your mind. You've seen everything.
Yeah. Well, to make the transition from doo-wop to disco to hip-hop to freestyle, and now, you know, even the freestyle music, which, you know, it stands out that the music died in like 94, 95.
Yeah,
and it was the first music that got reinvented with the original music, and it's been on a run for like 25 years now, since the year 2000. We've been at Radio City, we've been at Madison Square Garden, we were at Mohegan Sun,
Yeah.
Foxwoods, all the biggest casinos. Now it's traveling all over the West Coast, East Coast. Chicago is big in Florida, California.
Yeah.
And that's been pretty exciting that now the Second Life, this movement of young Latinos and Italians embrace this music.
Yeah.
And it's spreading around the country, and we're getting a new clientele. The younger brothers and sisters are coming.
Yeah.
So now when I used to say, hey, 40 and over, make some noise. Now I say, 40 and under, make some noise. And it's getting louder and louder because the young,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
the music's great, the lyrics are great, you know,
Yeah.
and even old school hip hop, like Sugar Hill, Rob Bass, Curtis, these guys are working their butts off.
Yeah,
Melly Mel, yeah. And they're
Especially
working
when
on,
50 years came out. 50 years
oh
of
yeah,
hip-hop.
50-year anniversary. And then
Yeah.
the Bronx is going to open up the museum.
Right.
In the Bronx, where it belongs, because that's
Yeah.
where hip hop and freestyle got its start.
Well, you're in it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Deservingly so, yeah.
They blessed me when we had the exhibit. There was an exhibit, and they were doing every 6 months.
Right.
And the Fever was very well represented in there.
Yeah.
And you know, people they deserve to see the history.
Yeah.
And,
I saw that was by
they-
the Bronx Market, and now it's across the street in the big building that they did. They just
Oh,
put up. Yeah.
I think there's going to be 400 apartments in there. The museum's got like 50,000 square feet
Yeah.
to put in. So now they're going to go from the early 70s, from Cool Herc, all the way up until today.
Yeah. Hey, man, you're part of that history. Yeah. And, you know, I'm right there with you, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You started in
Yeah.
there by 1978.
Yes. Wow.
How long you doing this?
Well,
BLS.
shucks, BLS has started in 1979-80. And then I, with my own van.
Yeah.
The WBLS van, well, it wasn't a BLS van, it was my
Right.
van. And then they told me to park it, and we sat in the office with Frankie Crocker
Frankie.
and Warfield, and a young man came walking in there. And they said, we want you guys to crisscross the tri-state area with these WBLS vans. You park your van, we're going to give you 2 vans. They gave one to a young man by the name of Mr. Magic,
Yep.
and they gave me one. And Mr. Magic says, all right, this is the WBLS Juice Mobile. We got the Juice Mobile. He named them the Juice Mobiles.
He was
and
one of
named
my
us
best
the
friends,
Juice
and,
Crew. Yeah.
I was with him. We were hanging out all night. We never went to sleep. It was like 10 in the morning. I said, Magic. He still lived with his mom.
Every day
I
was
said, Magic, you
carnival
better
with
call your
Mr.
mother. You never went home. Back then, there was no cell, so we got to go get quarters and put it in on the corner, put it in the payphone.
Yeah.
And she called and she said, somebody call her named Frankie Crocker looking for you. So I was with him when Frankie made the call to his house to give him that shot to go on BLS.
Yeah.
Friday and Saturday nights.
All right.
And it was history. And next week I'm meeting with, you know, the EBL Entertainers Basketball League.
Yeah.
Me, Magic, and Greg from Disco Force started that at Mount Morris Park. 1979 was the first game. Sugar Hill Records played Disco Fever.
Yeah.
And I hit the shot at the buzzer to win the game, baby. They picked me up, carried me around
There
the
you
court. So now they're going to do a documentary on that, and I was one of the first people to play in that.
Oh, wow.
And started with Magic. We had the sound system out. Like 3,000 people showed up.
Right.
So that's going to have some history, too.
Wow. You just let us know when that's going to be, and we'll be right there. We got to be a part of that for sure. And we have the WBLS short shots if you want to get a team together and play them.
Oh,
get together
wow.
and we do something.
That's
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I think they played in the league a few times in
Yeah.
the beginning. You know, and then the league went on to have Fat Joe and Jay-Z and,
right.
you know, Kobe. All those people played in it.
Wow.
It turned into the Ruckers, you know.
Yeah. Wow. A lot of history, man.
Lot of history.
So we have this coming up, and people are excited to come out and see Doo Wop these days, today.
Nobody does it anymore. You know,
Yeah.
you have to travel to get to see a show. So I wanted to bring it to the Bronx, so at least the residents here get a chance to go see the music they grew up on.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
mean, if you see it, you happen to it by turning on channel 13 or something like that.
Yes,
And you see
all
the
those
doo-wop song.
big
Yeah.
hit so many hit records back in
Yeah.
the day, especially the Drifters, the Platters, you know, the Belmonts, the Shirelles. My boyfriend's back and
Yeah.
it's gonna be
Yeah.
trouble. Hey,
What were they wearing back there? They had
Oh,
Bobby
man.
socks and DAs and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Who's this guy? Yeah.
That was the Fonz
There he
days,
is, look.
happy days.
Yeah. Wow. So this is gonna be great to see. We got some of the pictures coming up. Look at the coasters.
Oh yeah, I see it. Yep. Hopefully the community turns out. We made it on a Sunday, so it was convenient for them. Doors open at 4. Showtime starts at 5.
Yeah.
Probably ends about 8. We got a live band to back up all the artists.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it. I love the music too.
It's gonna be big. Everybody, come on down.
Gotta
Here it
go
is.
back.
Bobby Wilson. You got Frank Pizarro.
Yep. Of the Platters. Yep.
Yeah. Wow.
And Bobby Wilson, his father was the big guy. You know, this is Bobby Wilson Jr.
Yeah.
And he's doing all his father's songs and stuff.
Yeah.
So what was that? Oh, Lonely Teardrops. Remember that?
Oh man.
That was the father's song. He sounds just like the dad. He looks just like the dad. Talks like him. It's like reincarnated. It's crazy.
You got a lot of that happening, you know, with the groups that are out today. You got the juniors out there singing. and being
Well, you
part
know
of,
what's
the
great?
oldies
People
but
say,
goodies.
oh, those are not the originals. How could it be the originals when it was 50, 60 years of people get sick, people pass away, people retire?
Yeah.
Thank God, and I want to say this to everybody,
Yeah.
with the Temptations, the Four Tops, and even freestyle with TKA and the Cover Girls.
Yeah.
Thank God for groups because it keeps the music alive.
Yes.
When
yes.
somebody like Donna Summers or Vicky Sue, God forbid, pass away, that's it. That music's done. Thank God for groups to keep this alive where you can still go to the concerts and hear this music. Or if we didn't have interchanging members, it'd be over.
I know. Where can we go? Get more information. Is it on the website?
Oh, yes, Lehman Theater. You can buy tickets there. Go on my Facebook and Instagram and feverrecords.com and
There you go.
get your information. But again, May 18th, Sunday, doors at 4, show at 5.
Yeah.
Come party with us back in the day. Reminisce.
Yeah.
Doo Wop, baby.
There you go.
Old school.
Do.
Doo, 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 doo.
Sal Abbatiello, CEO, President, Fever Records. Thank you, Sal.
Yeah.
All right.